Hey everyone, welcome back to Joan's English Academy. If you're new here, my name is Joan, and I'm so happy you're here. Today is going to be a little different because I'm not teaching alone. I have a special guest joining me today. His name is Daniel. Hi Daniel, how are you?
Hi, Joan. I'm doing great. Thank you. It's really nice to be here. I've been looking forward to this.
I'm glad you're here. I think today's conversation is going to help a lot of English learners. But before we begin, if you're enjoying these English conversations, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode. All right. Daniel, what English challenge have you brought for us today?
Well, I've actually been waiting to ask you this question for a long time. Two words keep confusing me, been and being. Whenever I hear native English speakers talking, they use those words so naturally. Sometimes I think I understand them. Then I hear another sentence and I'm confused all over again.
That's a very common problem. In fact, many English learners avoid using those words because they're afraid of making mistakes. Tell me, which one confuses you the most?
Honestly, both. Sometimes I hear someone say, I've been there. Then someone else says, thank you for being honest. I keep thinking, why isn't it been honest? Or why isn't it being there?
That's exactly why we're talking about it today. And don't worry. By the end of today's conversation, you'll know when to use been and when to use being naturally. Let's start with a very simple sentence. I have been to London. What do you think that means?
I think it means I visited London before.
Exactly. It tells us that you've had the experience of going there. Now let me ask you another question. Have you ever been to Canada?
Yes, I've been to Canada once.
Perfect. That sentence is completely correct. Now listen to this. I have been to Canada. Does that sound right?
Actually, it sounds strange.
It should. Because after have or has, we use been, never being. That's one of the easiest ways to remember it.
Okay, I think I understand that. But here's where I get confused again. People also say, I've been working, now I'm lost again. What does been mean there?
Excellent question. This time, been isn't talking about visiting a place. It's helping us describe something that started in the past and is still continuing. For example, I've been learning English for 2 years. It means I started learning English 2 years ago, and I'm still learning today.
Oh, so if I say, I've been watching your videos for 3 months, that means I started 3 months ago, and I'm still watching them.
Exactly. That's perfect English.
All right, I think I'm starting to understand been. But what about being?
Let's look at another sentence. Thank you for being honest. What do you think it means?
It means thank you because you're honest.
Exactly. Here, being describes someone's state, attitude, or behavior. Listen to these examples. Thank you for being patient. Stop being rude. She's being very kind. Do you notice something?
They're all describing how someone is acting.
Exactly. That's why we use being. Daniel, can I ask you something? You said this topic has been confusing you for a long time. Did something happen that made you want to understand it? Or were you just curious?
Actually, something happened and I don't think I'll ever forget it.
Now you've made me curious. What happened?
Last week we had a meeting at work. Everyone was introducing themselves because we had a new manager. When it was my turn, the manager smiled and asked, "So, Daniel, How long have you been working with this company? I knew exactly what I wanted to say. At least, I thought I did.
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. What did you say?
I looked at him confidently and said, I'm being working here for 2 years. The moment the words came out of my mouth, I knew something wasn't right.
Oh, Daniel, don't worry. That mistake is much more common than you think.
Nobody laughed, but a few people looked at me. One of my colleagues even repeated my sentence correctly. That's when I realized I'd made a mistake. I felt so embarrassed.
I completely understand. But here's the good news. You only made one small mistake. Instead of saying, I'm being working, you should have said, I've been working here for 2 years.
So, why is it been and not being? That's the part my brain still doesn't understand.
That's because after have or has, English uses been, not being. Think of it this way. Whenever you say, I've been, she's been, we've been, you're talking about something that started before now. For example, I've been learning English. I've been working. I've been waiting. Do you notice the pattern?
Yes, every sentence starts with, I've been.
Exactly. Now let's change the sentence. Listen carefully. Thank you for being patient. Could I have said, thank you for being patient?
No, that sounds strange now.
Exactly. Because being is different. It describes a person's behavior or state. For example, being patient, being honest, being kind, being careful.
Wait, so if my manager says, thank you for being honest, Daniel, he's talking about my behavior, not an experience.
Exactly. Now you're thinking like an English speaker.
Can I try making a few sentences?
Of course. Go ahead.
I've been learning English for 3 years.
Perfect.
Thank you for being my teacher.
Excellent.
I've been very busy.
There it is again. Almost. What should it be?
I've been very busy.
Exactly. See? You're already correcting yourself. That's how learning works. The more you hear correct English, the more natural it becomes.
You know something? I wish someone had explained it to me like this years ago. People always gave me grammar rules. Nobody explained it through a conversation.
And that's exactly why we're doing these episodes. Learning English shouldn't feel stressful. It should feel like you're sitting with a friend, having a conversation, asking questions, making mistakes, and learning from them. That's how confidence grows.
Well, I definitely feel more confident now. I don't think I'll make that mistake at work again.
I'm glad to hear that. And remember, making mistakes isn't a sign that you're bad at English. It's a sign that you're actually using the language. Every fluent English speaker has made hundreds of mistakes while learning. The important thing is to keep speaking.
I completely agree, and I already have another question for our next conversation.
Really? I am happy you are thinking of the ways to improve your English.
I always hear people say, tell, speak, and talk. They all seem to mean the same thing, but apparently they don't.
That's another great question. We'll answer that in our next episode. If today's conversation helped you understand the difference between been and being, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Joan's English Academy, and let us know in the comments which English topic you'd like Daniel to ask about next. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.